Good morning, everyone. As you can see, I'm still completely without makeup. I just try to get ready for the day. So now I'm ready for the day. Just put on a little dress because I'm staying here in the room for a while. I wanted to work first today and then go out. But before that I wanted to make this vlog. And yeah, it's just a plain, it's an old one actually, but I still like it. I usually wear my things for a long time, really, until they fall into dust. So hi everybody, as I said today, well, there's something I really want to talk to you, and I was thinking about it for a while, and for a long time I wasn't sure if that's good for YouTube content or not. But lately there was so much discussion around the climate debate and eco-friendliness and how we can save our planet, because there is no planet B, obviously. And I just wanted to share with you my thoughts on that topic. But first of all, I think it's a matter of if you want to, be involved, or if you feel responsible for our planet or not. And I know that a lot of people don't really want to feel responsible because they think it's basically the big companies, the global companies, that damage. I mean, we all heard about that, and I mean, there are people, for example, who like the Friday for Futures movement and others who don't, or who like Greta Thunberg or not. There is a big movement now, and I think that such a movement is also a great chance for any change that we want to make and that we have to make. Because once again, there is no planet B. And I'm definitely not holy when it comes to living eco-friendly or climate neutral. Call me naive, but I believe that we all can contribute a tiny, tiny little bit. And that is what makes the difference, because in sum we are 7.5 billion people on this planet. And I'm absolutely aware of the fact that we all leave our ecological footprint on this earth. I'm not saying at all that I'm the idol in eco-friendly habits, but I just wanted to share some bits and bytes of little tiny little things in my day-to-day life that I try to reflect on better and try to do better. I have them for a long time, not necessarily as a conscious decision on the actual debate, but something that I just make my own behavior. So yeah, this is what I want to share with you today. And the first thing that I started doing 20 years ago is I drink tap water every day, all day. I decided to switch from buying bottles of water to drinking tap water. And it's the best decision in any way I've ever made. Beside any ecological impact, it is just so convenient. I don't have to leave the house, I don't have to buy bottles, so I save a lot of money. I don't have to carry them to my home or order a delivery service. Tap water is where I am, and even here in this hotel I use it in the same way. Of course, drinking tap water depends on if it's recommended to drink in your country or not. I'm very lucky that in Germany the water quality is, the tap water quality is as good that you can drink it without any doubt. I know it's the same in the UK and in other countries too. I make a blood test every other year, so to check all the minerals and vitamins, and there is no lack of anything. So tap water will definitely not harm you in any way, if it's clean tap water, of course, so depending on your national water system. I'm so happy that I'm doing it because it's just so healthy. It's a non-gas water, obviously. That's much better for the stomach, and you may think that it doesn't really have a taste, but if I want some taste, I add, sometimes, not always, but sometimes I add a little bit of apple juice or grapefruit. Then it tastes great, and it's still basically water that is, I think, the best for drinking and for our immune system and our body in general. So yeah, tap water is something I discovered. I think when I had my first student's apartment in Münster, that time I had my water delivered, I think, and then when I moved to Hamburg, I just decided it overnight that it would be so much more convenient to have tap water, to drink tap water, and that's how I do it. And I just make the little sum of it, because I drink at least 2 liters, or 2 or 3, rather 3 liters of water a day. I always drink a lot of water. I feel that my body needs it. I think that comes a bit from my sporting years, where I did a lot, like 6 workouts a week, a lot of cardio training. So of course I was thirsty all the time, and I still drink about, yeah, I would say apparently 3 liters of water a day. And I made just the sum that if I had bought bottles, then I would need 2 bottles a day. That makes 60, yeah, around 60 bottles a month. Since I'm drinking tap water for 20 years now, it would have been more than 400 bottles in sum. Imagine like 14,000 single bottles in front of you. I think this is a large number, and it's only me. So we are 7.5 billion people on this planet. So we imagine everybody would do it. Then there would definitely be not that plastic problem that we have. And the worst thing, of course, is if people just throw away the plastic bottle, like the problem is the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, just something I discovered for myself, and it's not a big deal. It doesn't feel at all like a sacrifice to me. It's not. So, the second eco-friendly thing I have is, and this is the biggest surprise to all people who get to know me, is that I love to go with public transportation. And the fun fact is, I've never, until today, I have never owned a car. And I know it sounds quite ridiculous to some people, like, what, you don't have a car? But actually I think I don't need it at the moment, and I haven't needed it in my life until now. I do have a driving license, and since I drink no alcohol at all, I would be the perfect driver. I know that. But I just like public transportation, and to be really honest, I go a lot with trains and, like, you know, the public transportation in Hamburg, which is in Hamburg really good, because every 3 minutes there will be a bus or a tube, so you never have to wait for long. But even if I go to another city, or like for example when I came here, I went by train. Some people claim that trains are usually delayed, or quite often delayed in Germany, and that's true, but I think it still works quite good. And when I sit on the train, I'm working. I have my notebook with me, or I have my iPhone. I edit pictures or edit videos or vlogs, so there's always something to do. On the other hand, I don't have to care about anything else. I can just focus on that. And I also like the fact that you are automatically surrounded by a lot of people, strangers to me basically, but I find it really interesting. You meet automatically all kinds of people that you probably wouldn't meet if you were only in your car. Like, you know, for some people I know a car is like your little castle. Yeah, but that's how I do it. So this is like, public transportation is a thing too. I have to be honest, if Ralph and me move to the countryside, which we discussed at the moment, then I think I would need a car, because there is hardly any offer of public transportation from, you know, village to village. But yeah, if I would need a car, I would want to have a small, tiny, sweet car, like a Volkswagen Polo or Golf or something like that. Not a fancy status symbol. I don't like it at all, but I think it's very popular in Germany that a lot of people define themselves through their car, how fancy their car is. I hate that. I find it ridiculous. I find it so strange to express yourself through your car. Maybe this is because I'm not passionate about cars at all. So a car is just a vehicle that brings me from A to B. Yeah, so yeah, if I had a car, I wouldn't have a fancy car. Certainly not. So the third, spleen I have is to get rid of things. And I always love to clean out my apartment and have everything in order and own only the items that I use. So I love the feeling that after cleaning out, there's the one empty rack that is ready for something new in the future. But I hate to storage things that you never look at or you never use. And yeah, it's also with clothing. As I said, this is like at least 5 years old, so I wear my clothes pretty long. But if I don't like them anymore, I like to forward them and to not just throw them away, or not just, you know, keep them in my closet without using them, without wearing them. Some people say it's an act of social kindness to sell it as a second-hand item, which is much cheaper than it was originally. So there are people who probably cannot afford the new one from the shop, still have fun with it. And additional to that, it has, of course, an ecological impact in, a tiny little, once again, a tiny little impact, that you do not throw away things you think that you don't need because maybe other people need them. To sell my things, I used eBay and eBay Kleinanzeigen, which is, I think, only available in Germany. But eBay, I think, is a good marketplace. It's well known and it's easy, and yeah, I like the app. Yeah. But I found out that on eBay it's really easy to sell like old furniture or something, or, you know, random things. But for clothes, I'm not quite sure if I want to keep it there or move to another platform. We do not have Depop in Germany. We have Kleiderkreisel. This could be an option, but I think at Kleiderkreisel usually the teenagers buy, and probably I don't know if they like all of my clothes, like the style of clothes. I'm not sure. So anyway, but for forwarding clothes that I don't want to keep anymore, I talked about this to my mom, and she liked the idea too. So we decided, and my mom has tons of clothes, and I mean she's much more the fashion person than I am, and so now I have 2 big boxes of things that I want to forward to people, and I'm not quite sure if I put them on eBay or somewhere else. So if you have any recommendations for a cool platform to sell clothes secondhand as a, you know, private sales, then please let me know. Please write it down in the description so you can share it not only with me but with all people who watch this video, and that would be really nice. The fourth thing that I discovered recently this year is to rethink my beauty routine and rethink my beauty product that I use in terms of cruelty-free products. It's really sad, but the famous, the well-known, the popular, the cool brands basically all test on animals. There's not so much knowledge about cruelty-free brands as I discovered recently, but I want to switch my routine and my products, like a social, ecological thing rather. Social in terms of protecting animals, but maybe this one deserves an own vlog. So yeah, I think it deserves an own one. So yeah, that's it. I'm absolutely curious about what you think about that, if you think it's a good idea or not, what you think about the idea that we all can contribute a little bit to a better world, and where you see the limits of it. So just let me know, and maybe we can start a little discussion in the comment section. Yeah, that's it for today. I just show you how beautiful it looks outside now. Look, I was filming here and It's amazing. It's, as you can see, the flag, it's so stormy outside, but so bright. Yeah. So now I haven't even had breakfast yet. I think I will head down and yeah, go and have breakfast, and then I will work maybe half an hour here and then go out, enjoy Langeoog nature. And I will be back next Sunday with a new vlog. I hope you check in. I hope you subscribe to my channel. Bye!